in here because I got a special live for you all today. I'm here with a very special licensed professional. Okay, I don't have no client with me today. She's a licensed professional, and in fact, she's much more than that because she is also a brand owner as well as a salon owner, a real boss. So today we are going live because now that I have completed the building and creation of my brand, I'm now prepared and ready to assist others with their brand. And I already know what I do is not for everybody yet because it's so new. Hi, Mari. Thank you for joining. But we're going to jump right in because it's almost 12:30. You all know how timely I am. And I would like to introduce the holistic approach to this beauty to be sure, that it's something she really wants to do, something she really wants to invest in. And so I now know, with the research and the knowledge that I now have, the best thing for us to do, or for me to do, is I would love to try something first, which was what we all should do. Be able to test something. Now remember, that's what holistics is all about, right? Looking at the whole, testing, trying to determine if something is good for us or not. So we're going to jump right in because here she is. Everyone say hello to Miss Sierra. Miss Sierra, say hello to everyone. Hello, so I'm going to just start setting up slowly but surely. I have so many goodies for you that I've brought because after today, I want you to practice, okay? And because you're getting what I call is the client experience. Because I now realize why I struggled so much in the beginning with the things that I do. And I didn't have an educational department. So I was, and I was kind of still gatekeeping. I'm not going to lie, I was still in the competitive ring. So I was not willing to share everything. I was not willing. Am I able to sit everything here? Or if you want to move any of those lines up, because any of those go here as well. You just sit it up here. So what I was saying is trying, right? That's where I was at. Oh no, why I struggle. All right, so just give us a second. Just getting it going. I forgot to connect. Give me a second, everyone. The visuals are gonna get a little crazy. I forgot to connect the mics. So undo all this stuff off the cell phone because I can't put it on. Please forgive me. Okay. Alrighty. Now we're good. Just and then I'm gonna put. Hi everyone. I love her space. It's so bougie. Wait. And it's big in here. And then you can flick that extra light if you need this on the back. Where?
Right here.
Here?
On the back of the big light.
Oh,
yes,
got you. Ooh.
See, it's a little toggle towards the bottom. There you go. And then you can adjust the yellow and white.
Love it. Love it. She got lights too. So, what I was saying, let me finish setting up, is I feel the reason I struggled with my brand in the beginning is because I came with so much new stuff without the education.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I just expected everyone to believe me and trust me without a trial or without the education
Yes, ma'am.
piece. So that was the most expensive part of the brand, but I did it. And now that I have these trainings in place, I think that this is what's called the proper approach. Because if it was me, I do all things if it was me, which is not the best way to run business. But I'm so particular that I'm able to address things that I don't think would be addressed otherwise. So if it was me, I would want to try it first. If you had a product I had never heard of before, like if you had some gasoline, I was just like, gasoline, like, I don't understand how that's going to help my hair, right? But I would be so like you, so much more willing if you let me try it, right? So like, let me see what it does. Then I can determine if it's something that I want to do, something that I want to invest in, right? So that's why today is so special, because I now realize this is what I should have been doing all along. But I'll admit that I was still in the I was still in the competition ring. I was still a stylist. So I'm also here to talk about all of this, on how we level up, what the clients are looking for. I already have done this research. And found out I was missing the point when it comes to the clients. I thought they just want to style and just want to look pretty. But they all kind of said it's way more to it than that. And that's what inspired me to like, okay, I know how to do some, you know what I'm saying? I used to scratch scalps when I was a little girl. I'll do some research, because that's what I had to do to learn the different climates. Because like you, I go back and forth to Georgia too. Let me tell you the story. So when I first discovered this water, I went to Georgia because everyone here in Denver told me, Tanya, you got to go to Atlanta in order to blow up. So I'm game. Anybody tell me something to do, I'm going to do it. So I started traveling and doing clients. And I'll never forget the first day that I'm so excited, because, it's one thing to get someone to book with you.
Correct.
So I'm like, I got these 4 clients that don't know me, and they've booked with me, and I got the hotel room set up, called all these people, which was a bad idea because I told you I struggled. And it was during the summer months. So the humidity, the moisture, which is where moisture is in the air outside, was on high. It was like 90-something% that day. So everything was fine till we got done. And while I'm trying to check her out and, establishing her payment situation, her hair was crinkling up, in my face, right? So it was like, ooh. So the first thing I thought was maybe I just missed that part. So I brought her back to the chair, and you already know, more heat, more oil, more product. I'm spraying, because it's like, you better not do that again. We go back to doing the payment. It's doing it again in another area. So I'm like, ooh, like, how did I miss that area? Because the only time I've seen that here in Denver is if you missed that section, right? So it's like, what is going on? So I showed my confusion and frustration in my face. There was an angel in the room that day. One of the friends of the girls I knew, I didn't know this woman, but she decided to stand there and was watching me through the whole thing, being nice and talking to me. But when we get to this point, she sees the frustration on my face because I keep having to bring my client back to the chair to put more heat and more product on her hair. She finally says to me, "You ain't got no serum with you?" And I was like, "I don't use serums. We don't need that in Denver, you know." I didn't say that. I was just like, "I don't have any serum." She was like, "You don't feel the water out here in the air?" No, she said muggy. She said, "You don't feel this mugginess out here?" Well, I really didn't know what muggy meant. I didn't also, then she was like, she used the word, she didn't say moisture, she said humidity. That's what threw me too, because I wasn't familiar with the word humidity. So that day, I remember telling her, "Hold up, ma'am, you just confused me because you said water first, then you said humidity, and now you're saying moisture. So I'm thinking you don't know what you're talking about," because that's what we do when we're unknowledgeable. So I was like, "You're confused, you're not knowing what you're talking about because you're being confusing." Then she elaborated and she said, "I'm talking about the moisture in the air." She said, "That's what humidity is." And she said, "That's what water is." And I was really taken back because that was the tip of my climate knowledge in differences between Colorado and Georgia, right? All right, so I'm mad at that point because forget Georgia. I remember I was so mad at the humidity because I was like, it made me look stupid. It made me look like I didn't know what I was doing. So I came back to Colorado, as Shauna, my best friend, knows. I told her, forget that. I'm not doing hair in Atlanta. That's when I claimed to then lead the holistic approach for Colorado. But since then, now I figured it out because I continued to travel there. It's not like I stopped going. So I had to figure it out for my own hair. And now I figured it out for everybody else too. So, all righty. So we're going to get started. And the good thing about this is once I get done today, this is going to be about a 2-hour session because I'm going to be doing a lot of talking and stuff. I'm going to hold a nice hefty Q&A. So if anyone watching has any questions, comments, or concerns, and remember, if you're rude, disrespectful, or distracting, you will be removed from this live. So if that's you, please get up and leave and go into someone else's live, okay? So let's get started.
Before we get started, would you like me to go live too?
Say that again.
Would you like me to go live too?
Yes, I think it would be great.
Okay, I'm gonna grab
from your, and I would do it, well, whichever one you want to do it from. But yes, because when you're in my space, it's all an educational experience. Whether you're training with me or whether you're a client, you're gonna learn a lot when you're in my possession. So this is not your formal training. This is the client experience is what I'm giving you today. So I started out by booking you on the site so that you can see what type of communications I do and have, as well as the price that I charge for the program. All of that is what I call copyable, is what I am. You know what I mean? I'm sure some of you, you have your own policy and procedure, but I also want others to understand that when working with me, it's going to be different, you know what I mean, than normal, and definitely a safe space to clear confusion and, in order for me to help others that want to do better. Greetings, everyone. So first things first. So I'm going to today, what I'm doing is providing you with the full holistic hair and scalp restoration service. It's a program that I created because I'm just not going to lie, I never do. Denver really is a difficult market when it comes to getting clients to come back consistently and following post-session guidelines. Right. So I realized back then, I had a coach, a lady I still work with, Miss Lori, who is in Ohio. She said to me, "You got to come a little bit more professionally with it. And you can't just expect clients to just book like that. You got to create a program." So at first it was like, create a program. I don't want to create a program. I just want to, do hair. But it makes all the difference in the world because with this approach, it's a guaranteed difference by session 4. And in the beginning, I thought it had to take 6 was my original requirement. But Lori is the one that helped me to realize, Tanya, I see a difference by session 4. And the difference that this approach, which is a holistic approach, which means it's an option, right? Mm-hmm. This is what you're going to add to your menu. We don't, just like a relaxer, just like when we learned how to do a relaxer, mm-hmm. or the Brazilian blowout. Mm-hmm. All we did was buy the products. We learned how to put it on, right? We started promoting it, and then we got comfortable with it. That's what this is. This is an add-on to what you already do, but I already know for a fact, it's going to blow up because it's a growing market for holistic providers. Mm-hmm. That's what everybody is interested in now. There's a reason these Japanese spas are popping up. Mm-hmm. I had to do the research because I'm headed to Arizona, mm-hmm. and it was difficult for me to find professionals like us. So I had to ask why. And everyone is like, because on the client end of things, everyone's kind of frustrated with paying for this one-day result situation, right, where there's no longevity. Once they're paying, and mind you, I'd be looking at people's booking links. There are stylists that are charging $180 just for a silk press, and that don't include no trimming or cutting, and it don't include no scalp care. Whoa. So I now realize that the cost that I begin us at is extremely affordable, especially for all these women moving here. And you're here in the heart of the military community. Oh, as soon as you start talking scalp care and you start talking things like post-session guidelines and they're going to come running. I guarantee you, they're going to come running. So the first things first, which is why I brought my my iPad. I'm going to take your before and afters. So we're going to go ahead and get started. You have any questions, just let me know. Don't hesitate to interrupt or speak up. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So first things first, I use a mat. I do not use this mat for hair cutting purposes. I use this mat to teach the clients how to monitor their own hair, because that's what hair care is all about. You got to touch it every day and you got to monitor it. You got to check to make sure everything is right, or to make sure that you're catching problems at the onset instead of waiting years upon years upon years before it almost is non-correctable. Hair care is catching things right away. So the first thing I do is document. Not only does documenting release you from liability, but that's how you create an amazing portfolio. Okay. Because you'd be surprised. I've been through it. So many clients I've done the research, do not know how to wrap.
Absolutely.
That's a problem. Yeah. But you're booking a silk press. If you don't know how to wrap your hair properly, meaning your wrap has not popped off overnight, you're going to wake up frizzy automatically. And that's not a stylist problem nor fault. That's the client's fault, right? So that was something that I kind of didn't know. It was like, why are so many people complaining and not making it beyond session, you know what I'm saying, the day after I do them? Mm-hmm. So I had to realize, like, it's primarily because, there we go. It's primarily because the client was struggling. Yes, ma'am. So the first thing I do is I take a before photo before you even get ready or get started. And I do so of the front, the back, and the sides, because a lot of times the type of clients that are going to be booking with you are going to have hair loss. That's what market attracts, is the hair loss community. Okay. Mm-hmm. And it's big here. It's huge. I just had 2 people just this morning reach out to me, sending me their photos of their extreme alopecia areas and the noticeable hair loss that is happening. So I already know for a fact that this is not just needed. You okay?
Yeah, we both got calls at the same time.
Say it again.
We both got calls at the same time.
Because we cracking. And we pretty girls. I'm so excited. Alrighty, so once I get done, this is different with the photos. Then we jump right into the scalp. Um, I will help you to, I will help you with everything that I do, right, with the training. But I do start, I do start with the scalp detoxing, which is the first step when you're hair caring. So when you're doing the hairstyles, you got to make this difference in the, don't be afraid to make this difference because everything has rules I've had to learn. So some want a hairstyle, but they need to understand that's why it's affordable. It's a different approach. Not going to touch it. You're going to leave it alone and let it last for days upon days. There needs to be a difference now. Clients need to start understanding that there is a difference in these types of services so that they know who to select and why, right? So even on the menu, they need to understand I got an option between a hairstyle or I can do some hair care because not everybody needs the same thing. That hairstyle client may be all right with the hairstyles, but then she may say, dang, on the 6th month, I need to go and book this hair care session just to get my scalp done, get my ends together. So I think that the same thing applies even on the opposite end, which is our end, which is the stylist as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna turn you like this. Do you want to reposition or are you okay?
I think it's okay.
Now.
Get it
Okay.
different angle.
I'm going to pull this.
While you're readjusting, I'm going to
Perfect.
introduce my market to you.
Please.
Hey, sugars. This is Miss Tanya. Miss Tanya is guest art and giving some continued education. She has a beautiful brand called MYWater Solutions. You can follow her on Instagram at Tanya Does Hair, correct?
Correct. LLC.
Yeah, LLC. So what Tanya Does Hair, LLC.
Yes.
So what you can look for in this video today, she is giving some holistic scalp care options. I have the luxury of being her client for today. And we're just introducing some new scalp solutions for a Colorado client and how to transition it to other other climates and other markets. So for more information, keep watching the live and then look out for future videos and lives that will contribute to this process. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yes. So thank you for such a professional introduction. Y'all so lucky to have her. It's like, can I share? Can we all share her with me? Because she's amazing. My audience is live as well, watching. And so I welcome everybody. I always take the time to welcome everyone for trash.
Laundry.
That's okay, I got
It's
you.
in the other room.
I like to welcome everyone and thank everyone for their time. Can you all hear me okay? Can everyone just say yes or no? Just want to make sure these mics is working. All right. Can everyone hear me? Mara, Eric, thank you. Just sound check. Can everyone on Miss Kelly's side hear us? Thank you, Mara. All righty, let's go on and get started. So, in addition to removing what may be on the surface, and what's crazy about this is majority of it cannot be detected by the human eye. So I will teach you how to use your cell phone, on how to zoom in, which is really the trichology part of the service that you're going to be able to provide. And let me tell you something, once I do yours, it's very comprehensive because we've never seen our scalp stack up close and you never really know what's there. You're like, it's shocking to see it, but it's very educational because it's a need to know. So not only are we removing the buildup on the surface that is what's called clogging and suffocating the pore, but you're also providing an amazing massage to your scalp that no hairbrush can do, because as you're feeling this, no brush is strong enough to do this type of an exfoliation on the scalp. Maybe to the edges, but not to the entire head. So I say that this can be known and promoted as an Indian massage because there is a Japanese spa and massage that is right now surfacing. Well, you can kind of be like a distraction to say, well, I have a holistic approach to your scalp because let me break it down because I did research it. Number one, you got to get undressed. Wait, let's start with the price. It's $295 for a 90-minute, that's an hour and a half, to get undressed, lay on a bed that massages your back, and then tap water plays in your hair, tickles with the halo. Then you're able to add on to the 295 all these additional benefits like oils, oil treatments. Then your final choice to finish is a blowout only, and then you're done, right? So the holistic hair and scalp service does just way more. And you can also use that as a promotional, what's called advantage, to say to everyone, well, hey, I'm going to provide you with the whole approach. I'm going to do your scalp, plus I'm going to blow you out, but I'm also going to smooth you because I'm going to give you a hydration treatment that's going to have your hair manageable for days after you leave me. That's where the difference is made with the clients. I didn't know this, but you will be able to offer an amazing alternative solution. And let me tell you, anybody that hears it is like, oh yeah, I would much rather, much rather. So I'm in hopes, and I've prayed on it already and called God out here to Colorado Springs. We're going to make some adjustments on your Google listing so that your SEOs will start connecting properly. And we're going to then start promoting your new service. It's not like you need to learn how to do hair. It's not like you are already seasoned. And by feeling this, you're feeling what I'm doing. It's not difficult to do. You just have to take your time. And I always say in training, and just care. So I would always say, so let's start talking to the audiences because I know they want to know, does this hurt? No. So many individuals watch my videos and they assume that this is causing pain. I always say, I don't know about you, but sometimes clients just talk. If you want to hush them, because it's very soothing, as you see. It feels good, especially when you begin to get it done, what I call consistently. The scalp kind of conforms to the, it's called deportment that we're doing up here, and it feels so good. All my clients fall asleep now. It's very relaxing, especially when you've had one of them days where you're hustling and bustling and able to come sit down and relax. I love those type of appointments. That's why I love getting my back done. I can relax. So now that once I get to the middle of your head, I'm going to provide you with your holistic scalp analysis as well. Then I'm going to provide you with a holistic hair growth analysis. So what the scalp analysis shows is your buildup on the surface so that you're aware of what's happening. And then I do a detox in real time because this is going to be so new to your community. It's important to include them. That's what care is all about. When you're hairstyling, you're in control. Don't say nothing to the client and you do what you do. But once you transition into your hair care sessions and your hair care clients, they're in control. And you talk and ask. Everything you do, ask. Because think about it. What I had to do is I had to transition my mindset and I had to copy the dentist model. I don't like the doctor business model because they make us wait. They got time management issues. But the dentists do. They got exceptional time management, right? And they provide a service. Look how consistent it is, no matter how often we book or how long we take to book. We get the same comprehensive service, right? And don't they teach us don't they send us home with the what's called at-home preventative measures, which is flossing, the toothbrush, toothpaste, and maybe even some little fluoride in a little situation, right? Does that stop us from going back to the dentist? No, because they make it very clear that we can't do what they do at home.
That's right.
The same thing happens here. I can't even do my own scalp because nobody can see the back of their own head.
Absolutely.
So this is something that is not just to be done in the salon. This is why I'll help you to develop what's called the post-session guidelines. Just like with us with the dentist, clients have to learn how to do the exfoliating at home. And unlike our teeth, We don't sweat 3 times a day, and you sure can't control it nor plan it like we can our food. You can say, oh, I want to eat at 9, 12, and 3. Well, you can't plan and schedule your sweating. You sweat uncontrollably. And now that I've done the research, some individuals, I call some of my clients chain sweaters because I have to hand them a fan in the chair. They can't even sit still, not even moving for 2 hours and just dripping. So I now understand why. That's the eccrine gland that does that. It makes it cools the sudoriferous gland. We have 3 glands under the skin. I did not realize that. I thought this hot flashing stuff was a menopause thing. No, babies also hot flash, So what makes this essential here is climate. When I'm in Georgia, I don't see flakes. But everyone's telling me they're still itching. I now know why. So that confused me, and I didn't really want to touch into that arena without really knowing what I was talking about. It's all with the percentage, and this is what fluctuates because Georgia is not high humid all year round. Now that I've researched it, like right now, they're probably sitting at 40 or 50% humidity. It is not muggy right now in Georgia. So anytime, any climate drops below 70% of moisture in the air, your sweat excretion is going to turn to a solid. And it's only at that time that you're going to see it in order for it to be removed. A lot of individuals notice, dang, I just shampooed my hair because I'm bringing them out the woodworks now that I'm doing this. Individuals are starting to reach out to me and they're like, Miss Tanya, you're right. I wash my hair frequently, but yet I'm still itching, even on shampoo day, and I still see flakes. The problem with all of this, it's not really the shampoos that are failing us, it's the tap water that is changing rapidly. Every time you see a new business go up, you see a new community get built, that is there a sign that our tap water has gotten even more contaminated than it is now. This is where I would want to know, like, why? Why do we got to make all of these changes all of a sudden? Because the climate is changing. So I'm getting ready to now do your scalp analysis video that I provide every client with in session 1. These progressive photos that I took in the beginning, your clients will begin to love those photos because they've never been given not a photo. I mean, stylists take them, but we usually don't give them to the client, right? We just keep them for our own promoting type of thing. I'm trying to do this. Forgot my cell phone is on the live. I should have go live from here. Yeah. Y'all, give me a second. Go get some water. I always tell my followers, I ain't gonna tell you to go get no tea or coffee. Go get some water.
Would you like an iPad stand? Would you like an iPad stand?
Oh, yes. I think I have one. Oh my gosh, yes. Just a brief intermission. I need my cell phone so that I can provide her with her comprehensive scalp analysis video that dermatologists don't even provide. And trichologists do provide it, which is where I got it from. I almost registered at the University of Trichology out in New York. And I'm so holistic that I researched the curriculum prior to paying the money. And I found out and learned that they're not teaching how to remove it. They just teach you, trichologists only show you your scalp problem, but they don't really detox it and lift it and remove it, which is kind of like what dermatologists do. They're not really lifting it and removing it. They're just telling you you got it, and then they toss you a bottle of shampoo and tell you to go home and deal with it yourself. So I've created a total solution, my people, that is going to actually help and remove it instead of covering it. I already know that there is a huge trend for adding oil to the scalp. I've done the research and I understand what it does. Oil does help the buildup, but it doesn't remove it. So we have to just understand and embrace oh, thank you. I'm gonna be asking you for some links. You got an Amazon storefront?
No, I need
I'm gonna get you one because you make a whole bunch of money. Oh my God, I feel Amazon. Okay, so what I was supposed to have been doing, I can't interrupt that live. So, let me see if I can. Nope, I can't do this because it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. This is my first time doing this, and now I see that I should have came with a second cell phone so that I could have caught her. So I could have caught, I think I have one. No, I don't. No, I don't. So I could have provided her with her scalp analysis video, but because I am unable to do so because my phone is on the live, I'm just going to keep going. And I'll be able, the next time I see her, do her videos for her. But I normally do provide a close-up video because once you show a client their scalp, man, they're shooketh because it shows what you can't see with your own eye. So it's so essential to show the clients why you're doing this to them. Helps them to come back. That's all it does. So you may want to know, well, what is this going to do long term? Well, I always tell everybody, not only are we getting it up, but my mom never told me that this was going to minimize hair loss and that it also generates new hair growth at the scalp. Do you feel that there? Mm-hmm. Does that feel any more abrasive or does it feel better or lighter? Or the same?
Yeah, it feels about the same. I can feel it, but it doesn't feel like you're tearing through my scalp.
Right. So I just learned this technique. This going in a circle, going back and forth like this. That's not just fast. That's a lot of repetitions on top of the nerve ending. And I have found that some of my clients become a little sensitive and tender. I've realized if you were standing back here, this circular motion, it comes up as well. But the clients have told me that it's way less, like it's better. They're like, yeah, I don't feel like it did the other way. And they like this way better. Alrighty, so let's move on and talk about, again, the benefits of this, which is a faster hair growth rate by removing this from the scalp. And I believe massaging, because when you do it, you're going to see the scalp turning pink in your face. I believe that generates a faster hair growth rate. Because listen, I don't know about you, but beauty school misled me to believe that only one hair strand comes out of each pore. That's not true. All of us have more than one strand coming out of each pore. And in fact, some have like 3 or 4 strands coming out of each pore. Okay, that's a need to know because when we do the analysis, if I see one pore got 1 hair, but you got a pore next door that's got 4 strands, that's an indicator. That shows shows the professional that, she's losing her ability to produce what she's supposed to produce because the buildup is choking the follicle and clogging the pore. So it's just like growth in a garden. A plant cannot come through the surface if the dirt's too hard. The growth goes dormant and then it kind of has to search for the opening before it can surface.
Correct.
I've had to realize our hair is the same way. And beauty school misled me to think that we got to take a biotin pill or use a growth serum to get it to grow, because I really did believe that. Now that I've done the research, it's like, okay, growth is nobody's problem. It's retaining the hair on our heads. Hair loss is our problem. So this will make a huge, huge difference in your clients. And like I said, I'm going to help you to conduct that follow-up, just like our other care providers do. They always take the time to call on us afterwards, right?
Mhm.
How you doing? And 9 times out of 10, the client will be like, I'm fine because my hair is better. But every so often you will get someone that's like, oh my God, my scarf came off, or it's frizzy. What do I do? All that does is increase your worth, your rapport with that individual. And I promise you, they're not going nowhere.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. I've even asked some women, like, why are you ladies traveling so far? I just had a new participant drive from Wyoming in the snow. She was that adamant with getting started and transitioning her hair. You're going to get the same thing. I have 2 clients already ready to come book with you.
Young lady named Deshauna, she's one of the stylists here at Dear Meadow Walker. She's in the comments. She does locks here. And she said that when she was younger, she looked forward to her grandmother scratching her scalp.
Hey.
And it looks like she's saying she's considering adding that service, a similar service to her booking site. So, Shauna, the good thing is, as we do this training, we'll be offering more training and more workshops for other stylists in the area.
That's right. So you all need to make sure that you reach out to Miss Kelly, because she's going to be what's called the host of the trainings. We will hold them here at the Dear Madam C.J. Walker location. And I'm looking to hopefully inspire Miss Kelly to offer this training consistently, because I also have she'll have continuing education as well. So even once you come and take the initial training and you obtain your certification, which will position you as a holistic scalp detox master, you get a certificate to hang on your wall to show your clients that you've taken the training and you're educated and you're skilled at providing them with their scalp care. We will provide continuing education as well, so that she can provide a much more helpful foundation for those of us behind the chair. I already know that training is an area that it's just hard to find, right? We all got to either fly to Georgia or Florida to find training. So we are proud and pleased to bring you holistic at that exclusive training and a workshop. So what's nice about my trainings, what is her name? Miss Deshauna? Miss Deshauna, as well as my people. I have paid for up-teen hair classes in my time. I'm 32 years this year behind the chair. And I don't know about all of you that stand behind the chair like we do, but I get sick of going to a class and I'm having to kind of bob and weave around the individual in front of me, because we pay for these classes to not do nothing. That we know that's not our full educational approach. We know that we got to watch it and then we got to practice it, right? So I got sick of wasting my money. And then all these repeat classes. We do not need another hair cutting class. We do not need another hair coloring class. And we do not need another hairstyle class. We need some exclusive, innovative, and productive and comprehensive training for our people. That part. That's going to elevate us and help us and make our hair better. I don't even like using the word healthy no more, because I don't know what it means. All I know is that what we're going to be doing and providing is making everything better. Everything. And you too, your box is going to fill up just like mine. I promise you. Listen, I did it for my daughter, okay? I love your business name, because I proclaim to be one of the Madam CJ Walkers, right? So when I learned her, when I researched her heavily and realized, like, dang, she had a daughter. I really didn't understand what happened with her legacy. Yeah, her daughter jacked it up. And you know why? Because the madam never included her daughter into the business. The madam kept her daughter away, like most mothers do. So when the madam died at the age of 53, the madam had a heart attack or some type of medical complication. The daughter automatically was her hair, just like my daughter is my hair. Automatically inherited all that money, the building, all of that stuff that her mother had did, and the daughter ran through it. The daughter was partying, parlaying, buying up clothes, and ran through the business legacy finances because she was not taught how to manage the business. Well, that's what made me go grab my daughter. Daughter, come here. And this was divine for me because when I brought my daughter on board, this was the beginning of 2019, or excuse me, the end of 2019. COVID hit us February 2020. I didn't see that coming. None of us did. But it was during that time I was at Solar Salons leasing, and at that time I learned that braiders were not licensed. I didn't know that. Okay. So I started looking into it, kind of got with some people with Dora here and realized, like, oh, so as long as you're not hair cutting, hair coloring, or doing a chemical service, oh, you don't need a license. So I told Deja, oh yeah, come here, because the holistic approach does not involve hair cutting, it does not involve hair coloring, and it does not involve a chemical treatment. So Dora does not regulate me. My mother does, because she's the creator, really, and her dad. But we're the holistic approach, right? So back to what I was telling you about the. Actually, I forgot where I was at. But the education. No, that's not where I was at. I forgot where I was at. I be having brain farts sometimes. Okay, girl. Wanting to say way more than I can speak. I'm going to take a photo of your scalp. I just can't do a video. Nice. I don't know how to look at them. Okay, there it goes. And then every time you take photos, you always show the client. Hold on. So this one here, and you can always zoom in to show the difference in color appearance is what signifies buildup. If there's no buildup, it's more pink. If there's buildup, it's more white and yellow kind of in color. And you just share the photos always with the client to just show. Because one thing I've noticed is clients have no idea. They love being fed. Clients love learning, especially the older clients that got all that money. I had to do that research too. They love being fed and educated. Beauty school told me, you better not tell them anything. Because if you tell your clients everything, they're going to leave you. Times have changed. That might have been true for the 80s and 90s, but now it's the education that clients are looking for to have no problems paying. And these clients be leaving tips. Man, big tips. So I would say, let's get into some questions, because one thing about going live is engaging. You have some additional comments, and so do I. Hi, Aunt Linda. Oh, y'all done showed up for me. That's what's up. Thank you. My tribe. Make sure you all subscribe if you haven't already. Um, my tribe is building, and I'm very, very pleased that I'm now a partner of YouTube. I just got my first two monetizations for YouTube.
Go girl.
Yeah, you gonna get yours too. Don't you worry. There's so much stuff. It's like, hold up. You got to get this. You got to get one of these. I need you to get this. You're going to get this. I'm going to get you help you get that and get that. And it's like, okay, now we can drive. Now we can ride. But you need one as well. Do you sell products as well?
I sell products through Salon Centric. I formerly had my own product line during COVID and discontinued it.
Okay. That's okay. You don't have to. You do not have to worry about it right now. But there's a lot of things that I'm going to mentor you about and share with you. I don't even really like that word on our level. And just share with you, like, would you like to do this? Do you want one of these? Do you want to do this? You want to get one of these to just help you leverage faster. I kind of done so much mistakes. I've struggled already. I've already been called uneducated in Denver. I've already been called, my product BS because it's water. So it's like now I've already done what's called the footwork for us. And everybody's ready. Everybody's ready for this. Everyone is ready. Okay, so questions. I was just saying that. Any questions anybody have for us? And greetings to everyone joining. Take your phone and scroll and address your audience. Say hi to everybody. Yeah. Do the waves. See the hearts. They're super engaging. On my side, I need y'all to like the live.
Do we have anybody that has joined that has current scalp issues, current concerns, or any questions? Yes, Uncle Jamie, it feels absolutely amazing.
What was the question?
No, he said he knows it feels good because he can see my eyes rolling.
I call it head sex because it feels good. Oh, you be having the chills and stuff. Most of my clients fall asleep when I'm doing this.
Kelly,
they could tell you.
I want this service from you. Yes, ma'am, Mr. Dean.
Her booking link will be updated soon, and she will be able to service all of you and provide this amazing service that is for both men and women. And guess what, everyone? Our children have scalp buildup as well. This is not just a black hair thing. White people have scalp buildup as well. So this is a service that's going to attract everyone to you, not just a specific ethnicity. But it's for everyone. And it's not everybody, though, that may be struggling with their scalp buildup, but definitely anyone that has decided to allow hair to collect onto their scalp or to their head definitely has some level of buildup. So thank you for, again, being here with us. Thank you for watching. Thanks, y'all.
Hey, Monica.
Hi, Monica. I like meeting people.
Is there a special camera for the scalp, or is it just a zoomed in picture?
Nope, I've done so much research. Everyone, we can just use our cell phones. And you don't have to go spend a whole bunch of money on these devices that the trichologists be having. Do you know how much that thing costs? That little thing costs like $300-$400. All you got to do is I'll show you how to utilize your features on your cell phone. Look, that's something we've never been really taught to do. We buy these cell phones, but they don't really, they do come with instructions, but I don't be reading them. I just want to take them out and learn how to text and call and get on the internet. But I've had to do research with our phones, and that's all I use. And they go in 12 times. It's super close.
Deshana said also that she said that pink is not buildup and white and yellow is.
Correct. That is correct. I'm not going to lie. There are a lot of braiders that are showing their final result, and you can see the buildup because the individual will be dark skinned like myself, and then the scalp area is all white. That's a sign of buildup. on the scalp at that point. So this training also is so unique because I'm gonna turn you this way. This service is so unique because um eh, again, it's not just for everybody, but you don't have to be licensed to take any of my trainings. Um, this was kind of uncomfortable for me at first to roll out and kind of try to cater to both. But listen, everyone, I'm holistic. So I look at the whole, and one of the approaches of hair care is learning how to do your own hair in between sessions. That's a part of my post session guidelines and the information that my clients receive. Ooh, I didn't see this. So
Here's a
sorry.
little strawberry. It doesn't hurt.
Okay. Has it grown?
It shrunk.
Good. Good. Is it the only one?
In my head, yes.
And when you, other people have them in their heads as well. When you get near them, you just cover them with your finger, and that'll prevent the comb from disrupting it because you still want to get around it. Because when you have areas like that in the scalp, the sweat is it's impossible for it to run. So it'll run into that area and it'll kind of settle right before it because it can't go around it and it can't go over it. So it'll just settle right in front of it, and that will suffocate the pore, which is why a lot of individuals have lack of hair loss in this area as well.
Shauna said that's very true. It's great that this is a training because it's definitely needed, and a lot of people don't know what to do except wash their hair, and that doesn't always remove buildup.
Facts.
Or what a lot of clients would do is they would add things that would promote more buildup,
Correct.
just kind of for a temporary fix.
And I understand that, and I'm with me, everyone. I'm not here to come down on anyone about what we're doing. I'm just here to, I don't even like the word educate. I'm just here to help us understand the results of our choices. I'm like Miss Glinda. I don't know if y'all ever watched the Oz or nothing. She was the good witch. She was the nice, pretty one that always just came when you was about to do something stupid. And she'd be like, little girl, you know what I mean? Like, don't do that. If you go that way, you're going to be in trouble. Your hair is going to fall out. That's all I'm here to help us do. Help us understand the results of our choices so that we can say, ooh, I didn't know that if I use that type of a product with that ingredient in it, this is why there's a lack in this area. But you see it around here. So it's running into it and causing these pores around here to become suffocated as well. So with me removing it, I'm gonna take another picture when I clean it. It's not gonna look like that in a minute. So thank you, Mr. Sean, for speaking up and speaking out, because I already know that it's not easy to do so, especially when so many around us are so quiet. So you're definitely like-minded, and I'm grateful to God for you, because we do need this. Beauty school just did not go into scalp care with us. I had to think back to my own educational platform. And once we got into the skin, they didn't go over the scalp. We started with the face and went down from there. So now I realize how essential this is for us to learn all the different levels. In my training, you're going to learn the different buildup scenarios, what psoriasis is. You're going to learn what dermatitis is. You're then going to learn also what dandruff is and how to address these, because some people have all three on their head. They'll have dandruff in one area. They'll have a psoriatic. I don't even know how to say the word. It's the S, dermatitis. So it's SOREBEHIC.
If I wasn't
Sorabaric, Soraribic.
It is y'all, and I tell my clients about it all the time.
She already has the knowledge. She already has.
It's called. Come on, brain. If you hear me scream something out, you'll know what I'm saying.
Yes, but
Jeez Louise.
But clients will have all three scenarios on their head. You'll run into a psoriasis patch, you'll have dandruff in one area, and then you'll have dermatitis in another area. And sometimes that's why now I realize that's why there's these three words. It's all scalp buildup that has collected on the scalp. It's just it can layer up differently in different areas. Like in training, I go over all of this. I educate on what causes it to layer up, why it layered up, how to address it differently when you hit a layered up area. Um, and listen, for those of us that are professionals on here, there's a reason the dentists is balling the way they are because
Yes, Deshauna, we're just having a hard time pronouncing the word.
there you go. Yep.
Uh-huh.
I wish we could be live because I'd be like, how do you say it?
It's sitting at the tip of my tongue.
It's so seborrheic, something like that.
It's sitting. I have to say this word several times a day, every day. And my brain, I guess my brain feels good too. And it's saying, we're not working right now.
It's okay. It's all right. You're off the clock right now. But there's a reason they call it that, because it's a different type of buildup and it's more difficult to remove. This is why we all have been led down these treatment roads all these years, including myself. I've been to a dermatologist about my scalp. I'm very aware of what they say, what they give us, what they do, what they don't do, more importantly. And so I decided to bring this to us to help more individuals. It's definitely leveled me up greatly from behind my chair. My books is packed and I only offer one service. I do not do braids anymore. I don't do hair color no more. Excuse me, it's not bookable. I only let 2 services are bookable on my menu, and I'm overbooked. I have a wait list and I'm making over 6 figures a year. I'm spending over 6 figures a year, but I'm making it.
It's called seborrheic dermatitis.
Seborrheic. There it is. Seborrheic. Seborrheic dermatitis. That is that type of buildup that's very difficult to remove from the surface. And now I've done the research to know why it's so difficult to remove. And we go over all of that in training. You leave me so educated, so empowered. Plus, you get a kit. So when you take my train or take Miss Kelly's, because that's what it's going to be her training, you leave with a scalp detox kit so that you're prepared to start detoxing as soon as you leave class. And I have my service listed as a single service for $225. Because what I've done is I've done the research and I have now competitively priced that service individually, because there are other scalp clinics in my area. They charge thousands of dollars, not a couple hundred, thousands to be seen. And the first step for them is they shave all your hair off in the area of concern. I don't think that's smart. That's just me. I would not shave anybody's area away, nor chemically treat them if they already got a hair loss problem. So again, the class is designed to set you and your business up for success. This is what God gave me all this knowledge for. I couldn't find no one to help me in the industry. And I went to quite a few licensed professionals in my time asking for help. And didn't nobody want to help me. So my dad challenged me to become the change I couldn't find. And it is uncomfortable. It's not easy helping other people. If that was the case, none of us would be struggling in the Black community. So we all know how individualized and catty and petty we can get. So I decided to say, okay, fine. I told my dad, I would rather create an alternative solution than keep sitting in the problem and struggling. So not only will this training, it's going to automatically set you apart in your community or in your salon, but as soon as we get them SEOs going, Those that don't even know you will be booking with you, just like they book with me. Nobody calls me that knows my name or knows somebody in my chair. They're calling me because my Google listing is popping up in their scalp care search, because that's what a lot of individuals are searching for. Is scalp care. Ain't nobody really, no, I shouldn't have said that, excuse me. A lot of individuals are no longer searching for hairstyles. They're searching for hair care services. So this is definitely going to leverage your business. And it's not expensive. I'm not charging no one thousands of dollars. My training is only $250 per person. It's only 2.5 hours of your time. You don't have to commit half your life for a year, and you don't have to spend thousands of dollars either. You'll be able to make your training money, the money you spend on training, back in just two clients. You'll have made your money back already. And then I have a ton of continuing education as well, designed to complement the holistic scalp detoxing. But I feel anybody that is shampooing hair should want to take this training, because you'll be able to add this onto your menu, and it won't be every single client, because every client in your chair don't care about their hair or their scalp, but 90% of them do. And they're going to add on your scalp detox, holistic scalp detox, when they see it on your menu.
Deshauna asks, so after exfoliation, is there going to be a wash and condition or the service and the info on the scalp?
So to answer your,
I have glasses on. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So to answer your question today, yes, I'm demonstrating the full service on her, but the holistic scalp detox training does not include the full holistic approach. My full holistic hair and scalp restoration training is $4,500 per person, and that's cheap, individualized one-on-one training. Nobody in this industry is going to take the time out to train anybody individually. And for that cheap, that's not a lot of money. And I also have opportunities to provide you with level up your retail. I have an amazing product that sells because it works. It's a universal product. I also have the ability to help you come up with a training and educational department for your brand, because that's what sets you apart. That's what levels you up. And that's what increases your reputation with the community. So, to answer your question, I offer 4 different trainings, different types of trainings. We will be offering the holistic scalp detox. I also have created an amazing hydrated silk press that you don't use no conditioner with. Use MYWater Beauty Solution instead. You don't need no heat protectant, no serum, nothing. And the hair comes out looking like we did a super strength relaxer. Or you can take the full hair and scalp restoration training. I also offer a holistic hydrated clinic that I can fly into town to offer as well. My internal hydration knowledge is extremely high, and I'm able to assist individuals with their hydration journeys and coach you on knowing what kind of water you should be drinking. Because I know a lot of individuals that are doing the work and drinking half their body weight, but they're drinking purified water. And if that's the case, that purified water is not hydrating you. And so it's kind of a waste of time. So now that I've done this crucial additional research, I'm realizing that there's a lot of communities that need me as well in that arena. And anyone can attend that as well. Any of my trainings, anyone can attend. You okay right here? Huh? You okay? Good. Just making sure. Anytime. So I've ran into what's called a psoriasis patch, which is an area that has a lot of buildup in one area. These shampoo would never get that off. So they just build and collect and collect and collect until they're removed. Okay, so coming up next, I'm getting ready to wrap up her holistic scalp detox, and then we're going to take her to the bowl, which is step number 2 when you hair care, and conduct her holistic cleansing, where I use 2 different shampoos no conditioner. And instead, we're going to post treat the tap water with the holistic water that removes what the tap water leaves behind. Bet we never thought about that, huh? That once we rinse our favorite whatever off of the hair is still not clean because everything in the tap water is left on the hair. And I never thought to think about that because beauty school didn't say nothing to us about the tap water. I'm going to say that again. Beauty school didn't. Seborrheic. Yep. Miss and Linda helped us. Lula Brown pronounced seborrheic dermatitis. My fault, y'all. We got it though. I got it. I know how to say it now. Thanks. They know. My tribe knows I'm slow in other areas. I'm just good at doing hair. But I'd be like, what does that mean? And where you get that from? Turn it back this way to the camera. Any other questions for us? Please ask. Because I would like to address them. So let me go beyond the day of detox. What's nice about this, I tell all my clients that are new, this is just like your teeth, okay? It's something that you got to do consistently. Clients have to come back for. But unlike our teeth, we sweat sometimes 50 times a day. You can have that much sweat layered up on your surface in your head. So this is something that I teach and train on how to create the post-session guidelines for this type of a service. You don't just take their money and tell them thank you and have a good day. You have to provide the client with what's called preventative tools and guidelines to help them to continue to manage the result that you've provided them. Listen, say it again. I know that we were all trained to gatekeep and not share nothing with our clients, but that's a great way to get them to chair hop, is to not tell them anything and to not include them in their service. When you do, the client feels so valuable and special. Like, oh, she asked me, did I want the water hot or cold? You know, that's usually not a question. Nobody ever asked me how I like the water. They would just burn my scalp because they thought it was not too hot, you know? So again, my training is the alternative solution to what we were taught in beauty school and on this here YouTube University. My training is looking at the whole. That's what holistic is all about. Listen, holistics has nothing to do with the natural community. It has everything to do with looking at the whole. The natural community does not look at the whole. We also speak precisely in the holistic community. The natural community does not. And I know because I used to be one. I was a natural hair care specialist in Denver, Colorado for 16 years. And what that meant is that I really didn't know what I was talking about because I didn't know where moisture was. I thought moisture was in a bottle of conditioner. I did not know it was outside. I also thought that you could hydrate with oil. You cannot. I also thought you could detox a scalp with shampoo. You cannot. You can detox hair with a shampoo, but you can't detox the scalp with shampoo. Also, calling our hair natural confused me because I looked up the word one day and saw that it means natural means non-man-made. So it was like, okay, our hair is definitely man-made. Then I looked at the secondary definition that states something natural comes from nature. Our hair don't come from nature. So one thing I had to do with myself, everyone, is I had to gain the knowledge so that I can begin to speak precisely. Because as long as I was misthinking, I kept making mistakes. And as long as we keep making mistakes, we're never going to make it to the promised land. We're never going to be successful or do better. So things like the natural hair, we don't use that word in my holistic suite. We call it what it is, which is virgin hair, non-relaxed hair, human hair, but it's not natural. Also, the products of that community confused me as well. because a lot of individuals say that their products are natural, when in fact, it's a whole bunch of chemicals in the ingredient list, actually. I was just with one of our youth, and I tell everyone, my tribe understands. I have a granddaughter that listens to me and watches me on these social media networks. I don't want my granddaughter being confused and misled by individuals calling things names that does not really truly describe it. It confused me. So a part of the holistic ream is the education. You got to speak precisely, because the minute you're in the presence, say, of a pharmacist, because we don't never know the job of the individual booking with us. Okay. So when you're sitting with a pharmacist that is very well known with the chemistry ring, and you say something like, I'm going to lock in moisture with this shampoo, or with this conditioner, I'm going to lock in moisture into your hair, you just lost that client, because she knows that moisture ain't in a product. You see? So I've had to understand that's another problem of our industry, is that we don't possess really the true knowledge. And this is also an area that I'm confident to share with you all that want it. I understand this is not knowledge that everybody behind the chair wants. I get it. Some of us are in the industry to always style, and you will never want to care for hair. I get that. I'm not mad at you. But what I have done is I've created an opportunity for those of us like me and Kelly that do want to offer more. We do want to help more. We do want to offer other services or new services. And so if that's you, definitely make sure that you reach out to either myself or Miss Kelly. Because it's like help is on the way, y'all. I believe even after today, I'll be inspiring Miss Kelly to start adding this to her menu. I will continue to train her and share the knowledge, because once you get it done, she's feeling what this feels like. Instead of just watching someone get it done, it's a totally different experience once you get it done yourself. So now she kind of knows what to say, that part, when she goes to promote her products, because all she can now do is share her own honest testimony and experience on what it did for her hair. And whatever we tell our clients, they want to do it too. They believe it. So it makes it easy to promote something that you've tried. It's very difficult and scary to promote and offer something that you've never really tried yourself. Oh, and I cannot wait. Her hair is going to look, I'm going to tell y'all now, she's going to look like I gave her a super duper strength relaxer. Once we get done. Oh, and shout out to my Colorado Springs community down here. I know I got quite a few of you that are probably joining me. Shout out to Cynthia. Shout out Susie. Shout out to Miss Brandy. Shout out to Kiki. Miss Roche. My Colorado Springs peeps.
She's here too, so you can meet her.
Say it again.
You can meet her today too.
Huh?
You can meet her today too.
I can meet her?
She's
Yay! Yay! Hurry up! Get up here. Because once I'm done, I'm gonna be like ready to go. I really wanted to get down here because I'm not gonna lie. Miss Kelly is the first salon owner that was willing to work with me. That's huge. So this is what's called the inauguration of this amazing collaboration here in Colorado. And I'm so honored to now know her and to be in this space. I'm very grateful. And it will be my duty to assist her in taking her to her next level, whatever that may be or look like. I have so many gems to share with things that I've done with my business that I believe God put me through to just help your journey be way easier than mine was. and go way faster than mine did. So I would say to anyone that is listening and following, get with Miss Kelly. Start booking. She needs you all to experience it, and especially those of us behind the chair. I want to encourage us to. That's another thing that this does for us, though. It's going to provide us an easy, fast way to smooth our hair, if that's what we choose to do, without using a whole bunch of heat or a whole bunch of product or being chemically altered. What's cool about this, Kelly, you're going to wake up tomorrow the same exact way, feeling soft, because that's the only guarantee that you give when you give this service. You don't lie and say, oh, you're going to stay straight, because I messed up and did that already. You've just completed your scalp detox. Now we're going to transfer and transition her to the shampoo bowl for the cleansing. Real quick, I'm just going to take a photo of the buildup on the cape. This is another place that the clients love to be included with, because 9 times out of 10, they can't see what the back looks like. The back always looks worse than what's in front. So sometimes clients will think, oh, I didn't have that much. I don't need that. So that's why it's important to include the clients with everything that you see, so that they understand the importance of getting it done. Okay. So at this point, I normally carefully remove the cape. Just hold this for me for now. And I do so where I kind of roll it off like this and then grab it down here to keep it from falling. Don't move, don't move. Then I normally just shake it off onto the floor. Just use this to brush off your. Okay, and now it's time to go to the shampoo bowl. So we'll bring you all with us. And let's go to the shampoo bowl. Thanks all y'all for joining. Look how pretty this place is. And oops, I forgot the product. I'm so busy showing y'all stuff, I forgot to grab the shampoo and stuff. And the MYWater. She about to be so shocked. You know, the trio. All right here. This is perfect. And restroom. Have to go use the restroom. I'll be right back. This is really nice. This is a nice spot. Oh, shit. Oh, I wonder if they can hear the toilet flushing and stuff. Oh, Lord, have mercy. I didn't drink so much damn pee. I mean, water. I don't have to pee so much. Jesus, Lord. This is really nice. I'm so impressed with this young lady. She different. She ain't like them Denver girls. Cause she ready. Alright, go back out. Okay, it's okay. Oh, I wonder. Could y'all hear me in the bathroom? Okay, sorry, sweetheart. Towels right here. I'm gonna sit up for a little bit. I'm gonna double drape you. And they listening to gospel, y'all.
This is Roche.
Say it again.
That's Roche.
In the chair or
The stylist.
Oh yeah, best blow dryer on deck. Is that all right around your neck? Alrighty, we're gonna start with the baptismal. Come on back. Alrighty, so with the holistic approach, I had to do a lot of research. A lot of Okay, I did a lot of research. And because that's what holistics is all about. And one of the many areas that I did holistics in was the shampoos as well, a lot of products. And what I found is that I was making a big mistake with using moisture shampoos. I don't know what I thought, but I thought that it was a good cleanser, and they're not, everybody. Moisture shampoos are formulated to only cover and coat. So they're only really ideal for somebody that just washed their hair yesterday. So if somebody has gone, is that water okay? If somebody has gone more than 7 days without washing their heads, they need a clarifying shampoo because the moisture is not going to strip away that level of buildup. And here's the kicker: you can't see buildup on your hair. It's not like our hair turns yellow or green every time or once the buildup on the hair becomes excessive. So I had to learn the beauty of using a clarifying shampoo properly, which is not using it by itself. Listen, I had a research study that I did years ago down in Denver, up in Denver, and it was on why so many women of color was saying that if they wash their hair frequently, that it was going to damage it. It's like, where are they getting that from? How is cleaning our hair a bad thing, right? So I went to a couple of them, and one older woman was very open and honest with me by saying, well, because Tanya, if I strip my hair, it's going to make it feel brittle. Like, oh, that's why you all are saying that, right? So this was when I had to look into, do the holistics and look at the whole and realize I was not using a clarifying shampoo properly. You're not supposed to use that by itself. So with my test, I saw and realized that it's proper practice to utilize a moisture shampoo as your post shampoo, not as the only shampoo. Uh-oh, you got some. This is exciting. I ain't been in a salon in years. I haven't. It's bringing back so many memories. So many memories. All right, so first step is you get your neutralizing shampoo, and you don't need a lot of this shampoo. Okay, it's super thick, like boogers. Is my only descriptive. It's that thick, so you don't need a lot, and it spreads nicely. So I start out by saturating the hairline and back here. These are common collection spots of the hair. So I make sure to put the shampoo there first and then work it through. And then I take my fingers and ensure that you're exfoliating again to just kind of lift all that stuff that we leave down at the root. So this technique right here just helps to get it up a little more and away from the scalp. Or from the roots, I'm sorry, we got it up off the scalp. Now it's all stuck into the root area. And now I'm gonna rinse. Now what I love about this shampoo is it gives us a signal when the hair is clean, and this is different for every client. The hair will squeak when the hair is truly clean. I didn't know that. All the years that I was a stylist, I thought smooth hair was the proper result in the bowl, and it's not. The hair should squeak when it's truly clean. So this shampoo, it's amazing because it gives that signal. In addition to it giving a color signal, like when I'm doing hair color, it turns the bubbles pink when there's ammonia present. So it's a very powerful and very, I call it, productive shampoo to use. And with this, I got a squeak. She just felt it. Good job. That tells me you don't add oils to your hair. Correct, because that's one of the consultation questions I would have you go over with clients. That's a need to know. And that's one of the scalp questions you asked. You ask them, do you notice any flaking or itching? Then you also ask them, because if they say yes to that, 9 times out of 10, they've added oil. But you need to know that so that you're already aware of who's going to need the added cleansing, because this is also an area of an upcharge. Okay, just like at the dentist office, when we don't brush well enough, right? And we go into the dentist and they can tell that we haven't been brushing the way we should have at home, it is a more expensive service because now they have to do a deep cleansing, right? Same thing applies in the chair with that, or I'm saying with the service. You would, of course, advise the client, like, oh, I still didn't get the squeak, because that will help them, the client, right? This is all about educating the client to understand that the oil that you're using is clearly too thick. Not that it's a bad oil, but it's just too thick because it's hard to get out. And we all know we do not want nothing left in our hair after washing it. We want it to be thoroughly clean. And everyone's like, well, I don't want to strip my oils. Don't you strip your oils off your face every day? Your scalp is your skin on the face. It's the same exact surface. So if we strip the oil off of our face, we need to be stripping the oil out of our hair too. These are sanitized in here, back there. The scalp brushes back here in the bowl. I do believe. Nope. I'll be right back. Gotta go get mine. Alright, this brush is different. This one is just different. Those in the thing are more massagers. This is called a Tangle Tamer, and it's sold in salads. But watch how it feels on the scalp, and let me know if this pressure is too much. Okay. compared to this. You feel that? The difference? So this brush is a softer, more productive exfoliation. This is the one you just used? I'm using this one and I use one of yours. These are the teeth are more round and firm, so it gives a different effect. This one here doesn't tangle. As you see, it feels amazing. And it's a deeper cleansing. So I tell the clients, now I'm going to provide your scalp with an additional massage to deep cleanse at the root, because this is what helps to get them flakes up as well. And I just go all over the hair. And actually, the game is the slower you go, you feel how much better that feels when it's slow. I've had to learn to just slow down to stimulate the client and make it feel even better. But it doesn't tangle nor snag. I'll show you how much hair I got once I'm done. And then it's an amazing tool to comb through the hair. This is how I conduct my comb out and when I conduct the comb out. I've learned that if you do it with the shampoo in the hair, it is so much easier and so much less painful, and you're not going to snag out as many hairs either. I had to realize the big mistake we're making when we use our fingers to wash hair with. That's like us brushing our teeth with our fingers. It's just not enough. Or even getting in the bath and washing our body with our hands only. So she is feeling the amazing exfoliation, and now I'm detangling her hair. And then, once you get done with the top, you do the back. I'll be leaving this brush with you for you to test it and get used to it. And now you just brush through and remove all the tangles. Then I do a ponytail, like you're about to put a ponytail holder on, and start brushing through these ends. This step right here is something we're not doing with our fingers at all. So there's a lot of remnants still caught in the ends of the hair, and we wonder why it's so tangled. Once we get the client back to the chair. And then this is all the hair that I've gotten. Very, very minimal hair loss. And the game is showing the clients things like this because once you use this approach, when we get back into the chair, I'm gonna show you that I'm gonna get way less hair loss than you get normally at home. That's a heavy hitter for the clients because they're like, whoa, she done already reversed my hair loss effects? Because that's exactly what you say you've done. That locks them in too, Kelly. They'll be like, oh yeah, I ain't never going back to who I was going to before because I see the result already. Water okay?
Little one.
Any better? So now we're really going to get a hard squeak all the way down, which is the sign when your hair is finally truly clean. You feel that? How it's all the way to the ends. That's how you want your clients' hair to feel also when you know you're done with the green shampoo. Then you follow up with the moisture. And you can use any moisture, to be honest with you, as long as it doesn't have any alcohol in it. Tap water has a hard time removing carcinogens like alcohol. And clients love this. Clients go, oh wow. Especially older women. They be like, girl, I ain't felt that in years. Alright, so then once you get the squeaky clean, then you just need a dime size, nickel size of your moisture. I have a technique where I pat it in because the hair is completely clean. So it's not like you need a bunch of it to create a lather. But the purpose of this is to rebalance the hair because when you do strip it like that, you've left the hair acidic. It's lacking, right? So to get that pH back up, you need to add to it, which is what the moisture shampoos do. They cover and they coat. So now you just brush it through. This isn't really a cleansing action or a step. This is just to distribute the moisture over your hairs. Feel your hair over here on this side. Now feel it over here where I've distributed the moisture. You see how it changes it? So then you just brush it all the way through, all the way to the ends. This eliminates that feeling that everyone knows or notices when they use the clarifying only. And then same thing, ponytail the ends and brush it. All right, everyone, I know this part was a little boring. Hi, Erin. Hi, Miss Lula. We're going to transition now. After I rinse this out, I'm going to post-treat her and give her the hydration treatment, which is using my Water Beauty solution as the last step in the sink, which removes the metals. I bet y'all never thought about the fact that you got rust still on your hair after you rinse your conditioner out or whatever you're rinsing. Even right now, even though I just shampooed her 3 times, she still is not thoroughly clean. She's got all this tap water stuff on her hair. That's where my water is your staple. It's for your back bar. You don't have to sell it if you don't want to, but you definitely need my Water Beauty solution as your back bar solution to post-treating your tap water if you have hard tap water or heavy tap water. I'll be analyzing her tap water here because I've never really tested Colorado Springs tap water. So I'll be doing that today, and I'll be helping her to understand whether or not the tap water that's being led and fed into her business is hard tap water or not. Is that water okay? Alrighty. Now that I've gotten all the suds, bubbles, soap, whatever you want to call it, I'm now going to post treat the tap water with a holistic water called MYWater Beauty Solution. It's the total solution to removing what your tap water is leaving behind. So right now, without using my water, she's got rust, lead, among a lot of other different things that are in our public drinking system. So this is only 2 ounces, and this is all that's needed when doing a hydration treatment. This is cold, so brace yourself. But you start in the front, okay? This is different than conditioner because as you feel, it's running for you. You don't have to keep adding more and adding more and adding more like we'd be doing the conditioner. You just pour it in, wait for gravity to assist. You can kind of rush it if you want. All you got to do is pour and then rub. The rubbing action is removing the metals. The metals right now are in a liquefied form. That's why you can't see them. Rust is not noticeable until it begins to dry. And on our hair, you can't see rust. So I think we all think it's not there, but you feel how it's running, and then you squish the excess into the ends. Okay, so only 2 ounces or less is needed in everyone's hair. I include these 2-ounce bottles, and I've left one. I'm gonna leave one with you so that you can get used to what that's like. Okay, because everybody that free pours out their bottles, they use way too much. So you can feel your whole head is saturated. And look at the bottle. I still got water in the bottle. So a 16-ounce bottle, that means there's 8 shampoos in that bottle. Okay, the girls that I train, I tell everybody you need to be starting out at least 140 or more. That's over $1,000 a bottle that you're gonna make as your back bar item. All right, come on up. And now we're gonna go back into the room for the blowout and the silk pressing. Because we're done here, you don't have to put them under a dryer. You take them right on back to your chair. Let's get our phones. I was going to ask how to determine if the tap water is hard or not. You got to have a meter. I brought my meter. I'll show you real quick. But just hang out with us because I'll get to that part. I'll do that after I get done with her service. So I'll be leaving you with these so that you can continue to test and trial. So I'm leaving her with a full 16-ounce bottle. So she needs somebody to come through and try it too. Those shampoos. This is your applicator bottle, and I'm also leaving you with some icy. Okay. I'll put that one in the top too, if you need it. Okay, thank you. All right, I need a wide tooth comb was the one only thing I. Okay. Yeah, so I will definitely. Part of training is learning how to. First of all, you're going to learn how to analyze your climate. Because you got to know whether or not you're operating or you're living in a high moisture climate or a low moisture climate. Then we got to determine if you've got soft tap water or do you got hard tap water. And Lula, the real way to know is just look at your tubs and toilets, because hard tap water leaves stains, that leaves stuff behind. That's when you know you got hard tap water. So I tell everyone, anybody that does not have hard tap water, you don't have to clean your tubs and toilets. But if you know you having to clean your tubs and toilets, especially in 2-3 days, you seeing stains, that same stuff is on you too. I never thought about that. Alrighty, so we're back to the chair. And I haven't even covered her hair with a towel because I don't like towels, because the same thing that happens to the towels happens to us. And so tap water is last to hit the towel, so I don't use them on our hair. But I do begin the comb out by gathering the hair into a ponytail and work the ends first. That's the area that has all the tangles in it. That's the uneven area as well. And it's the area that tends to retangle when you're detangling. So this technique here just makes it go by so much faster, and it's so much less painful for the client. So what you're about to feel is this amazing manageability on your hair that we don't get with conditioner. And I'm gonna show you how many hairs I get in this comb out, which is much less than you get when you comb it out at home. And this is the language you speak to your clients. You have to point out the differences that you're creating for them without them telling you is the game. And once you start doing that, they sit here with you and they be like, okay, how'd she know that? It just exemplifies your knowledge and it builds rapport. Because the first thing the client gonna do is go run and tell it. Hey girl, they don't even get out the parking lot. Girl, she gave me this and she told me about this. Then that person she's talking to gonna come book to me. So she has no relaxer. I didn't use any conditioner. And we got slippage and minimal hair loss. Woo-hoo. She's been baptized, everybody. Now watch me work. I'm about to blow her out in 10 minutes or less. Then I'm a silk presser without the use of heat protectant, and I'm gonna use a Marcel iron. Then I'm going to demonstrate a hair trim, not a haircut. My hair trims do not remove inches. No one gets shorter when I do a trim. So this is another exclusive area of my training that I'm prepared to teach anyone. Now, I just combed through her whole head, including her ends. She can even hear the snagging, right? Mm-hmm. But once you treat with MYWater, this is all the hair we got, which is much less than what you normally get at home. Is that true? Yeah, and that'll be the case with everybody. So at this point, you then professionally say, I've already began to reverse your hair loss effects. The client is in the chair like, yep, I'll be back in 2 weeks. I'm gonna have to move my this. I'm about to reschedule my that. Alrighty. I'll also, do you have a pick for your Silverbird?
I'll use Silverbird.
Do you have a pick? Yeah. Good. Just making sure. So now we're going to go right into the blowout. All right, this is where we have fun. I need somebody to post the time. Somebody needs to time me so that I can prove to you I'm about to blow through this head in 10 minutes or less. Only because I've used MYWater Beauty Solution instead of conditioner. So somebody set a timer for me. I'm going to turn her around so y'all can really watch it go down. And let's go. I'm going to bring this over you just so you know. Your battery's low. comb out, I had to learn to work these ends first, then try to adjust the scalp area. And it goes by so much faster and so much more. So, you're perfect, bro. What this does is it's smoothing out the shorter strands. That's what's up. Thank you. I'm almost done, and it's only been 8 minutes. Chin to your chest. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. She's resilient.
I
said she's resilient.
It what?
It's resilient.
I see. So no pain at all, though?
There's no feeling in it.
That's good to know. Okay. Good to know. It does something to me. It does. Like my whole stomach hurts. Like, all right. So now that we have time, that was 9 minutes based on my clock. But at any rate, when you do a holistic scalp detox, it is very important now to ensure that the scalp is dry in addition to the hair. Two totally different organs, and the skin takes twice as long to dry than the hair does. So when you get done blow drying, I like to ask the client, is the air warm or cool? Because if it's cool, that means there's still some buildup. Yeah. And the reason we don't want to be trying to just gnaw and dig, we have nerve endings. And once you start removing the buildup, you're re-regulating all of that. Because some clients will tell me, like, I've never felt air on my scalp, or they'll come back and they'll say, my scalp ain't never itched before. That's because you had that much buildup suffocating the nerve ending that it wasn't even affecting it anymore. So we're going to start from the back, and you blow the air in, and you can feel if it's warm or cool. Mm-hmm. Is that air warm or cool? Warm. When you come up, is that warm or cool? Mm-hmm. When you come up, warm or cool? Mm-hmm. And then the top, warm. Then you check the side, and then you check the other side. Then at this part, this is when I tell the client, go ahead and meet your MYWater hair. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but you make the client feel through your hair, because it's a different feeling, and everybody is like, whoa. Especially someone that has used conditioner, they won't feel the difference. Okay. So now we're going to move on to the silk pressing. And I don't want this under here. I'm going to sit over here. I will say to anybody watching that stands behind the chair, if it's taking you longer than 10 minutes or 15, I'll say 15. You don't have to do it as fast as I do, but if you're blowing out longer than 15 minutes, we need to talk. I have a technique and a process that I follow that helps me to get through the blowout so much faster. It used to take me 30 to 40 minutes to blow out each client. And that does, I call it, weigh on your service time, which weighs on your overall money earning time. Alrighty. Oh yeah. I see you got a pencil. You got a pencil already? No. Oh, okay. I'm a my other styles is using it. That's all right. I'm not. I'll send you the links. Alrighty. I'm in Mountain. We're in Mountain Standard Time Zone. Y'all are all on the East Coast. East Coasters. And then from this step, I move right into silk pressing without adding nothing to the hair. The finishing sprays I've learned should be added after the heat. I was even misled to think that I should be spraying product while we're pressing. That's improper practice. It should be added afterwards, and you should be pressing the hair raw. And you should, if you want to know why, I can break that down even further. But it's not necessary when you use MYWater, because watch how straight your hairs go. So this is my alternative solution to using edge controls. A lot of clients feel the only thing that they can do to their edges is harden it with gel. So a big part when you first get clients is getting them to understand that they're starting a new journey and that they have to do things a little differently. Because some clients will book with you and they think that this is a hairstyle service, so that they think they go home, re-gel the edges, put conditioner back on it. So you have to be very comfortable with telling them this is a new journey. So just like when you go see a new knee therapist, right? You got to kind of do what they say and kind of follow their approach, because some clients are what I call hard-headed. Okay, now at this point, because again, in the service, it matters to let them be a part of it. So at this point here, once I do one side of the edges, I always say, feel this side. And then after you use the pencil, then you tell the client, now feel this side. And they always go, dang, or something to that effect. And then you always say, that's the holistic approach to controlling your edges, so you don't need any edge control. They feel empowered at that point. They be like, did she just tell me that I don't have to use edge control anymore? Because we all thought we had to, right? Especially if our edges are a little shorter. So I use this pencil to just go around the whole entire perimeter to smooth out these shorter strands that are mixed in between the longer strands. Love the music. Thank you. Go all the way around. So many individuals that even do the press and combs, they only do the front. So I've learned to train to be thorough. Clients feel it, clients appreciate it. I didn't even think to talk to stylists and ask them what's happening after they leave us. And that's why they don't come back. It wasn't how long we had them waiting or in a chair even. It's the fact that they woke up the next morning poofy. And clients expect that. That's why they think, oh, that's too much. And giving all this pushback that they gave me. And it's like, why do you feel? And it's like, oh, that's what I was telling you in the beginning about wrapping. I made a wrap tutorial for clients that I'm going to send to you as well, that you can use as well. Because all that does is make you look like a hell of a professional. You feel me? When you're providing to things that that will help them at home. It doesn't run them off. It keeps them stuck to you. So as you can feel, I get all the nape hairs just to provide a smooth result. Even though this may get poofy on them, it's still going to be soft though. So that's the guarantee that you give when you're giving the MYWater experience. Is not straightness, okay? You tell them it's going to stay soft and manageable. That's the guarantee. And I mean, that's across the board. I don't care if they do get poofy. Some girls try to call and press me for like a complaint the next day. Now I realize that you have to ask that question. Do you know how to wrap? So many girls will say yes. Okay, you asked though, right? So that if they do call you the next day trying to complain, the first question you ask them is, did you wrap your hair? They're going to say yes. Then you can then say, well, I may need to help you with your wrapping because it looks like your wrap popped off. They didn't tell you that, but that's exactly what happened. And once you do that, they're submissive again. You know what I mean? You done made them kind of bow down, like, okay, it did pop off. Maybe I don't know how to wrap. It just increases your rapport. There we go. So now we're getting ready to go right into the silk pressing by use of old schools. However, a regular flat iron is just as efficient. I just have recommendations on using titanium plates instead of ceramic or tourmaline. Makes all the difference in the world. And as soon as you try the titanium plates, you'll see the difference, because I used ceramic for years thinking that they were the best solution, especially for black hair, and they're not. Your ceramics are for your white girls or your weave. You might want to get titanium plates if you have wavy individuals, because it just helps the client stay straighter longer. I know that there was this game back in the day that we're supposed to make the client struggle so they can come back. Look, clients of today are going to come back anyway. So we don't have to do all that and set them up for failure no more to get them to come back. You feel me? So I'm just waiting for her to get all the way. Greetings, New York City. I'm trying to get to y'all too. Mari, I didn't know you was in New York. I want to get to New York as well. I just spoke to Miss Lula, y'all, and she's in Chicago. So I think I'm headed to Chicago too. Greetings, everyone. This woman is great. Thank you. Yes, I'm in I'm in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I'm about an hour away from Denver. This is a different, like a secondary popular place for people of color is Colorado Springs. A lot of us are down here. What's up, England? Greetings, George. I pray I get over to England as well. Can you cut my hair for me because it's too long? Yes, I can cut your hair. If that's what you want me to do. That's what's up, Aaron. Yes, we heard you. Ooh, I did not know y'all heard me in the bathroom. All right. We're almost ready. I'm just entertaining my tribe over here. Have y'all subscribed? Make sure you subscribe, because I have so much coming for you all. I'm now creating my membership packages that will be filled with exclusive videos to not just train and teach those behind the chair, but I also have videos coming to train and teach those that sit in the chair. That's stylists too. We got to learn how to do our own hair and stop looking so undone. You know what I mean? And have at least an option to safely smooth our hair and have it swinging and flowing. Wait till I get done with hers. All right, we ready to rock and roll. I'm gonna bring your tripod over here because I'm right-handed. So I've learned I need my cameras on the right side of me. All righty. And here we go. All right, chin to your chest for me. Here you go. Perfect. This was the one thing that Atlanta wanted me for. Marcel. Training. So I have training for this too, on how to ensure you're not burning the client's hair or scalp. This oil I'm using is mineral oil. The reason I like it is because it's not heavy, if that makes sense. It's very light and doesn't clump the hairs together either, yet it has amazing control. Your first time clients sometimes are like yourself. They're transitioning out of their curly styles. And I'm not sure how long it's been since you've had a trim of your ends, but a lot of times the ends are uneven. This is where the Marcel has really, really set me apart, because like what I just did right there, the plug ups don't do. They kind of glide over the dead ends. And the resistance you're feeling, those are all these shorter strands that are shorter than the ones below my tool, if that makes sense. Okay. And then you always comb it through while it's hot. It's not hot enough. Tried. King Von, the beautician. Von, you changed your name. I know that's right. Stand on that. I'm happy you were able to join us, King Von. I love it. Do you recommend Babyliss titanium irons? I so don't, because they're so expensive. That's ridiculous. Don't ever go buy a Babyliss, because you can get a Red by Kiss for $53 and have the same size type flat iron for $100 less, because Babyliss be starting at like $120 and up. So no, there's levels to everything, and you don't have to go with those popular brands, because there's other brands and they work just as good. Just make sure it's titanium. There we go. Greetings, everyone. Get in here, get in here. Y'all watching Miss Kelly get a hydration silk press. Guess what? We didn't use no conditioner. And her hair actually feels better. Stupid soft right now. Try, check in for me, y'all. And can y'all like the live, please? Y'all gotta stop just watching. This technique here that I just did is how you test the hair, the tool. I always say I test it on this new growth area, because that's the